It doesn't matter. The Constitution is more important than anything. They wrote it for hard times. And it's been the ambition of every totalitarian system throughout the history of mankind to control every aspect of human behavior. They've never been able to do it because they don't have the technology. But today, that technology now exists. We have facial recognition system that's watching us all the time. We have digital currency that allows the government now and increasingly to understand every purchase that you make. We have GPS that's following us and knows where we are all day in our cars, in our watches, in our devices. We have Alexa and we have, Siri, and are listening to everything you say, every conversation you have, and recording it.
And so, yes, I think that we are going to see mass adoption outside the U.S. first, outside the Western countries first, and then we'll see that flow over. And eventually, again, the way that I've always talked about this, and I kind of see it happening now, is it's just another rail. Mm-hmm. And if we think about it like that, and we don't think about it as this like scary thing, it's just another rail, then we'll see it, all over in the world.
I love that.
The digital RMB. Can you imagine like the rest of the world start trading, using this currency instead of US dollar?
Interesting, okay.
And the sooner to you be able to sort of enable the world be able to transact, why am I still paying $15, $45 to wire transfer from San Francisco to Hong Kong? If I can just, peer-to-peer, of course, with full-blown KYC, AML, and basically cut down that time to seconds and super zero costs.
And in this new economy,
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars, combine those three together and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
The type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again.
Yeah.
So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Year for 2026, they expect to have roughly 65% of its stores serviced by automation. And today, one of the highlights of the investor event was giving a tour of a distribution center that has a bunch of robots powering both the breakdown of pallets and putting together pallets that ultimately take all the types of groceries and merchandise to stores in a more efficient way that Walmart said will boost profit.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. But tomorrow is a holiday. All the markets are going to be closed, so we definitely should be getting some liquidity starting tonight going into tomorrow. So if you're a trader, make sure you're taking advantage. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are slowly creeping back up after Jerome Powell was in the house. We have the dollar up. We have volume in crypto right now down. Then we have the Fed And of course, we have the repo, 433 billion yesterday. Guys, make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And this 433 is up until Tuesday. And guys, we have Jerome in the house September 18th. But then we also have Trump in the house also. So we know anytime Jerome Powell's in the house, there's a distraction for the masses to look at. And nobody even knows Jerome Powell's name. Nobody even knows what the Fed does. It's amazing. But when it comes to the sheep, they have no clue. But September is definitely going to be a volatile month, but then also exciting. It's going to be exciting anyway for the rest of this year and going forward, because now we know they're ready to take down this legacy market and bring in the machines. They're constantly doing reports on these money channels on how AI is going to fix all the issues, make things a lot faster, make things a lot cheaper. Remember, the whole point of AI is the productivity. They won't call out. They don't need a vacation. They don't get sick. And they're definitely not going to talk back. And they can work 24/7. And with digital currency, they can pay each other and you won't need a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And I know it's the holiday, but guys, make sure you watch the 2 videos I did yesterday. It's very important for you to understand that this technology is ready to go. They just need that crisis to phase it on in. And we hear the drums getting louder. I did a very important Patreon video, so therefore you can see all the events put together, but it's all about the same mission, and that's the 4th Industrial Revolution. Whether it's coming from housing, airlines, jobs, technology, everything that's being disrupted in the legacy market is for AI and these machines to fix. And that means that that's taking humanity out of the workforce. And also, I did a TikTok video with the Beijing event. These machines are already ready to go in the emerging markets. And then plus, when it comes to regulation, legislation for these digital currencies, they're already set to go. As the Fed starts to lower rates, these bonds and treasuries look less attractive. And of course, if the emerging markets are raising rates, and then on top of it, you're going to have better productivity due to the machines, where do you think the money is going to flow? And guys, this is by design. And when we get a crash, when it comes to the markets, all stocks fall. But if you know history, the NWO stocks rise back up. And this time is also going to be these digital assets. And in these digital assets, yes, guys, we have tens of thousands of them, but it's only going to be 1% of 1% that's going to survive. And the same thing goes in the stock market. Guys, we only had 7 stocks get all the money. We have trillion-dollar companies on the stock market. It's unbelievable. That's a monopoly. We have a handful of companies that own everything. They just go by a different name. And we can prove that. And that's the reason why I tell you that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was placed there to give you the truth. We know he knows all about the climate agenda. I played plenty of videos. We know he's playing nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. But at the same time, he's giving you the truth. And nobody wants to listen to the truth because it hurts. But guys, it sets you free. And we know when it comes to the crypto teacher, he gives you the truth, none but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But because I'm giving you the truth, you're going to hate me. But remember, guys, I'm just a watchman on the wall. This channel should have millions of subscribers. Everybody should be getting ready. But unfortunately, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. stated, this country is divided. So if you have a divided nation, they're easy to conquer. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. Yesterday at close, they closed down. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have, according to Peck Shield, hackers stole $313 million in August from phishing scams. And do I believe that? No, I don't. Because remember, guys, majority of us are in the technology mindset. We're not falling for phishing attacks. You know how I feel about hacks? They're inside jobs. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, guys, we have Arthur Hayes predicts Bitcoin boom as central banks cut interest rates. And is this correct? No, it is not. Because basically they're cutting rates inside of inflation. Inflation is still here. And these high interest rates, the damage has been done. There's no recovering. But we're going to see Bitcoin and crypto pump from a utility run. But that utility is going to start in the emerging markets. Remember, all this technology is going to rise to the east and move its way to the west. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.